Good evening, good night, wherever you may be in the world. My name is Nadine, aka Entice, and you already saw the title. Okay. I'm going to be sharing how I get organized for the upcoming month. I was working on this today, this morning, since the new month is literally just a couple days away. Literally the day after I'm done my 30-day live. So I've been enjoying these 30-day lives. I hope you've been enjoying them as much as I have been. And without any further ado, I am going to get into this. So, planning your month. Do I plan all my months ahead? No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'd like to. In a perfect world, I would, but sometimes I'm not able to. And I'm actually finally getting myself back on track, finally. So if you're someone that knows that your current system is not working and you're looking for a better system, if you're looking to see what could potentially be holding you back from accomplishing more, achieving more, if you're looking for ways to stop procrastinating, yes, girl. Yes, my dude. I got you. I got you right here. I got you. I got you. I got you. So we're going to get into it. So, one thing that I find, like when it comes to procrastination, especially when you don't know what to do, that can cause decision fatigue, and it can also cause decision paralysis, where basically you just end up doing nothing because you're not sure what to do. You haven't figured out your next steps. So, planning is a great way to start figuring out your next steps. And there's a lot of things that go into planning. You can make it as simple as you want for yourself, or if you're someone that's a little bit more detailed, you can absolutely make it more detailed. So, it's really up to you. So I like using my iPad. You can use like a regular planner. If you're looking for a planner, I do have planners that I've created. Uh, I'll share this digital one that I have. If it's one that you're interested in, let me know. I'm going to be adding more to my site coming soon. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So this is inside of my little note system that I use on iPad. The one that I use is called Collab Note. So I really like using Collab Note. I think it's like really, really helpful. And I mean, you could always upload it into what are the ones? Good Notes, I think, is one that you can use. You can also use um why is that? What's the other one that just anyways, I don't remember, but there's a whole bunch of digital ones that you can use. I just can't remember them all of a sudden off the top of my head. So, anyways, what I want to show you is what this looks like, but I'm going to show you a different one. I want to show you all of my plan word for word, bar for bar, because your plan is going to be different than my plan anyways. And I ain't gonna lie, my writing looks a little crazy. So we don't need to look at that. So let's just go ahead and pull it up so you can kind of get an idea. I'm going to show you my planner, like I said, but there's a ton of different planners that you can find on Amazon, on Etsy. You could just do a quick Google search, but I'm going to show you how I plan with mine that I use. Okay. So I do also have this in different color thingies. Thanks for the like. Thanks for being here. So this is the planner that I use. I called it No Budgets, Just Good Investments, and it's a 1 month planner. And I like planning my stuff out like 1 month at a time. Typically what I do a year overview is what I ideally like to do. In a perfect world, I would do a whole year overview and then I would break it up into different months. And then every month I would go into my planner and then I would break down everything week by week to make it more digestible so I'm not feeling overwhelmed. So that's what I like to do. So getting into it, this is where it starts. So the first thing is having an overview, monthly overview. So this is empty, it's undated. So you can go and you put the month, you put the year, and you could enter in the dates of the calendar. So this is really great because if like some planners, they have the year in there. And with this, because you can write it in yourself, you can use this over and over and over and over again for as long as it serves you. And that's why I do my planners like that. So that's what that looks like. Next, you got your goals. Hi, Setian. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So the next thing is your goals. So that's the first thing. When you're planning for your month ahead, really take a minute to figure out what are the main things that you want to accomplish. In this planner, it gives you an option to do 6 goals. So you'll have 6 goals on one page and then 6 goals on the other page. And then also under the goal, you're going to have the action plan. So, what are the steps that you're actually going to take in order to implement your goal? Right. So, that's something to consider. Bus D, you just came in here to drop numbers, my dude. Okay, you're from Indonesia. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so your goal, and then you're going to have your action plan. Then there's a quote, and then you have your weekly overview. So the weekly overview helps you to break down the bigger goals that you have for the month into smaller bite-sized things. So then it's outlined by day, and then the goals that you're working on over here, right? So then once that's mapped out, we got the habit tracker. So the habits, you want to make sure that the habits that you're putting in here is linking back to your original goals from the earlier pages. So say for example, you have a goal to, let's make it a financial goal. Say you have a goal to make $5,000 in the month, okay? So what you would do, let's go back one page. You would write it up here, right? You would write your goal, make 5,000 K or $500 because the monthly goal, or $5,000 for the monthly goal. And then you're going to put your action plan. So, what are the things you're planning on doing, right? So, maybe if you're a business owner, you would say, I am going to sell 10 of said product at $500 or whatever it is to reach your goal. So then when you get down here, then you have to think, so what do you have to do step by step in this week to be able to achieve that goal? And if there's any other things you need to do, you can add it in here as well. There's like a goal section here as well. And then here, you would think about the habits. So maybe one of the habits you need to do, you need to start talking to people. So maybe you'll put here every day, talk to 5 people. Maybe you have a goal for your health. Maybe you want to drink more water. So you would put drink water or drink 8 glasses of water or something like that and have your habit tracker in there. Okay. Then, if you are focused on a financial goal, of course, boy, that boy Setuan, is that right? I've never seen that name before. Okay, so then here you would have your income tracker, right? So again, if you are trying to hit a goal that's financially related, you would want to make sure you're tracking how much money you're making every week. So this is weekly. Then you're going to add it up at the bottom, how much you received that week, and put any notes of anything that you learned or any information that could be helpful for you. Because one thing about planning that is very important, I'm going to touch on once I'm finished going through this. So then also with your income, you're also going to need to track your expenses. So expenses is the same type of thing. What are the things that are coming out of your account for that month? What are your expenses? What are you having to pay for, etc. Then you're going to have a daily overview page. So this is the daily page where you're going to check in with yourself first. How are you feeling? Get some clarity, figure out your priorities for the day, and then any additional tasks. If you have anything scheduled, you want to put it there, right? So I always like to add a water intake thingy and weather, because some people, the weather affects how productive they are in life. So I like adding that in there as well. Then there's a note page, because things might come up that day that you might learn, things you might want to remember, ideas you might want to try for your next month or for your next week. So that's what the note page is for, right? So then after you go through all of that, at the end of the week, you're going to have a review, right? And this is what I was saying is very important about writing things down, because after you do this review, you can now go back and you can review the whole week and go through and answer these questions. And then any of the stuff that happened earlier in the week that maybe you didn't get completed, or maybe a new idea that came up, or you found a better strategy, or you found a way to do something easier, you can now, when you're planning your next week, log it in into your next week's plan. So that's how that goes for the 4 weeks. Typically, it's 4 weeks in a month. And then at the end, you'll have monthly review. So after your last week review, you would have a monthly financial overview and a monthly review of everything that you experienced in the month. So that is how I'm planning. I just kind of rushed through that real quick, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what I do to plan. And hopefully it inspires you. Hopefully it helps you if you are trying to be more productive. You could do this on paper. I used to do bullet journaling, but bullet journaling didn't work for me the way I thought it would. Uh, Also, if you are planning on doing bullet journals, you can get a bullet journal at the store, on Amazon, wherever, or you can get a digital one. That's why I really like the notebook that I use, because the notebook that I use, I can actually create a bullet journal in there. But like I said, I tried bullet journaling, didn't work out for me the way I had anticipated. So I just started making different planners like this that I like to use that are a really good format for me. So that's what I'm using. If you do like this one and you'd like a copy of this, definitely drop it in the comments and I will keep you posted on when this is live. I was selling it on one of my other businesses, but I'm in the process of moving things around right now. So this is going to get moved and I'm going to make some changes to this one, but that's what I use. That's how I prepare for my upcoming month. I like to do it a couple days before the month hits, because doing it the day of is a little bit too much and I feel like I lose momentum. And another thing that I do when I'm planning out, I like using the 12-week year philosophy. If you've not heard about it, it's a great book. I will link my Venable also in the description once I'm done creating the description for this video, because I have a list of books that really helped me and the 12-week years on there. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can definitely check it out. So that's about it. Short and sweet today. Oh, sorry that you, I don't know if do you speak a different language? I'm not sure. Am I talking too fast? Sometimes I talk way too fast. But yes, if you have any questions about this stuff, definitely let me know. But that's how I am preparing. I actually, this planner, I did this one in 2024. I do have other planners that I've created that you can get on Amazon. That's all linked in the description as well, if that's something you're interested in, or if you have any questions. I also do create custom planners. So if you are someone that you'd like to start planning, but you'd like something more custom to the way that you think and the way that you apply things, let me know. I can talk to you about how we can get that set up for you. I did one for a client, I think it was a couple years ago, and she absolutely loves it. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Rushing through. I've been exhausted today and I'm just trying to go ahead and get myself ready for bed already. It's so early, but I'm so tired. And I want to try to do my nails. So I didn't want to bore you guys with another nail video. Hi Sima, what's up? How are you doing? Okay, so you can only speak a little bit of English. Okay, no wonder you didn't understand me. I hope you're doing well, Sima. It's good to see you again. I was literally about to log off. I just flew through this live. I was just basically doing a quick run through of the planner that I'm using to prepare for the upcoming month. I literally cannot believe that it's about to be a new month already. 2026 is already almost halfway done, which is crazy to me. But it's been a good year. It's been a productive year. And yeah, I'm excited about this second half of things and trying to be productive and get as much accomplished as I can. So I hope these quick little insights on how I planned maybe help you when you're trying to plan something. If you have more questions on planning, let me know. I've talked about planning, I've talked about setting goals. Actually, before I leave, let me tell you one quick tip if you're not familiar. When you are setting goals, Sima, yo, that's really crazy when you think about it. That's yeah, that's crazy scary. Oh my gosh. That is kind of crazy. But yeah, if you are having challenges setting goals or you're someone that struggle with goals, you definitely want to try to build your goals as smart goals. And smart goals, you want them to be specific, measurable, actionable. What's the R stand for again? I want to say relational, but I don't think that's the right thing. T is time bound. I can't remember what R is right now, but you can definitely look it up. You know your goal. Okay. Okay, okay. Are you gonna share? Are you gonna share your goal is? You're just gonna keep it a secret. I did not share my goals publicly. I wrote them down inside of my note app and then I came on. I was just showing you a copy of the planner that I'll be using to document my goals and plan out the month, which I did today. And honestly, I was actually kind of exhausted when I was done because it's been a while since I've planned out all my stuff, but it helps so much. It relieves your mind of so much decision fatigue. And you find that you are actually more productive if you already have a plan, if you kind of envision it, and you're more likely to accomplish your goals if you actually write them down and you reference them. So, that's what I did. Oh, no, Sima. Okay, I'm curious now. I'm curious. So curious. But yeah, so I hope that this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions about planning, any questions about goals, any of that stuff, I'm working on getting my business stuff reorganized and I'm actually going to start opening up sessions to be able to chat with you guys and things like that. But I need to figure out how to do that in the sense of what feels good and what feels right for this time and this season, and to make sure I'm offering value to everyone as much as possible. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go and fix my nails. And yeah, have a good one. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow because tomorrow is what? Day 30 of 30 days of live. So see you soon. I'm out. Peace.